Good afternoon, everyone. This is RAND. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Friday, May 16, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We're having a reverse aging health call and all the rest tonight for 9:15 p.m. Eastern. When we stop all efforting, scheming, and trying to find it or create it, we instantly see the simple fact that it is here right now, which is this revolutionary, empowering consciousness of which we are. And if and when you want to become richer, more lovable, successful, or even more conscious, that's all fine and dandy. Just know that these are ideas and not the potent, powerful essence of who we are. Consciousness instantly reveals itself when we realize that we are not this mind or its desires. Pure state of consciousness is unfolding your version of reality for you to enjoy as you decide to perceive it in each moment all around you. It loves you that much. Surrender to it. Investigate this pure consciousness. It's here now. And how there is nothing you can do to change it. The reason that this life can be so challenging is because of one main obstacle. We all get over-identified through the illusion of the mind. Certain thoughts that it becomes attached to or avoids get hooked like Velcro to certain roles. Ideas and feelings and memories and experiences that make you feel trapped. It's like when you get caught up like in a spider's web and you move, you get more tangled. And it always goes to one of the greatest secrets to untangling yourself and spinning a new web around you is in exploring the truth of what and who you really are. Where you're pure consciousness, you're not that body. You're not those thoughts, you're none of it. You're pure consciousness. You're watching from behind all of it. You choose to practice using the mind to free the mind from all the thoughts it's been wrapped up in and attached to. You just get more mental activity. Instead of playing the game of the mind, start dismantling it. Let the mind weave the web it wants to weave. Yet choose to focus on the light and consciousness within. Now, this is the most enlightening and empowering place to be, and will greatly increase your manifesting vibration. You will become a super manifesting magnet for what you want, so be wise about choosing what you want. The experiences that you will attract to you can only bring you into a more enlightened perspective when you abide in the knowing that consciousness is natural, effortless, and the essential eternal state of what and who you already are. Be curious about this consciousness that you are. You think that you know it, let that thought go. It's just a thought, and not actually pure consciousness itself. Drop all the ideas about who you truly are. Liberate yourself completely. Now, this consciousness is truly unknowable and cannot be pinned down as something that you comprehend once and are forever done with it. It is an infinite. It is as infinite as this universe, and is here for you to explore throughout your entire lifetime. Your job, so to speak, is to gently unfold it and discover this dynamic divine being that you already are. It's almost like we're in two places together. The one place is body and mind. The other place is pure consciousness. The pure consciousness rides the chariot, the body, through life and uses the mind to manifest things through the heart mind. This consciousness is the God source, and it is everywhere. And the secret to discovering it is in being vulnerable, open, and receptive to this moment. Be honest with yourself about what your experience is, and then let that experience go. If resistance is there, become that wall and let it go. Explore every experience that arises until it is finished. Your life will become much more rich and wonderful and full of aliveness. Consciousness is not cold, it's not hard, it's not rigid by any means. It contains a sacred warmth that you'll only find in the heart of it. This love is the love of your essence. It is already inside your heart right here and now. And surrender to what is true and real. It's like in these meditations, you find a place that is comfortable for you, and you have no outside interference, and you relax into your body as you're still as a statue, and you're focused on your natural breath rising and falling. And this is when you surrender what is true and real. The God that you are. The only thing that's real. The pure consciousness. Everything else, what do? We create it. All of it. That's why when you look at something outside of yourself, and you say to yourself, that's the God that I am, that's fact. Because this is a massive ocean of energy. And we're all part of it. Can't separate from it. Say, you're never separate. Well, what about a drop of water? Right? Holds the essence of the ocean. That drop of water is separate from the ocean. No, it's not. Appears that way. It is the ocean. It's the ocean is it. You are the mountains. The mountains are you. You're the beachfront. The beach is you. It's not something that we, let's say, that we feel good viewing that because we're not used to it. We're used to belittling ourselves and focusing on all the things that are wrong and not all the things that are good at the same time. But when you begin to, this journey is about within and the spiritual massive evolution, that's it. It's not about what you have, how you have, what you do, or anything like that. It's the only way this civilization is going to evolve. And it's discovering on who and what you are. And you begin to realize that all this energy energy takes on different form. So everything you see is energy. And it forms. How does it form? Us. We look at things and view them and create them. Then we enjoy them. Most of us don't know we create them. Well, maybe on the surface, but some of us know we create them. And it's from heart mind that we know we create them. Imagine what it'd be like if none of us, not one of us, ever created anything. You look over this massive log and say, there they are, all those bumps on the log. But it's what we are. We are creation. We create. We constantly create. We bring things into our reality and experience them. We give them energy all the time. Where attention goes, energy flows. You focus on something, you're going to create it. Now, are you consciously aware of that? Most aren't. They're creating their lives and they don't know it, and they believe in how they've been taught and programmed that they believe that it's something separate from them. Now, say, what does that do? It creates it because they believe it. So it creates something outside of themselves, which is most of us do that. We don't identify the fact to say, I'm the God within this body. I'm pure energy, pure consciousness, deep eternal love, happiness, joy, and bliss is all contained within. I can also move energy into form, which is basically manifesting through the universe, and have whatever I choose. Now, interesting thing happens. When you'll get to a part of the comprehension that, and through heart-mindedness, that you can have anything you want. And the interesting thing, the ironic thing about it is it won't be much. You won't be interested anymore in a lot of the things you were, because you can have it. It's a big difference. It's kind of like the hunt. You know, maybe you've experienced this where you're pursuing something. It's very exciting, right? And it's just beyond your reach, and you keep going. And then let's say that you finally get it. And that enthusiasm and that excitement kind of fades away. The excitement for you was in the hunt. It wasn't in acquiring. But you thought it was in acquiring, but it was actually the hunt. We do that a lot with a lot of things. We pursue things. That's why we're motivated, material, physical world. We pursue things and we want things, and we when we get them, we realize it was the hunt that was the exciting part. Not getting it, it was the hunt. And this is what happens with a lot of things. And in relationships, what we do is we pursue. It's the hunt. That's the exciting, adventuresome part. And then when, not all the time, but when you, let's say you're pursuing someone and you get together and you start interacting, and you realize that it's not as exciting as it was when you were pursuing it. And that's with everything in this life. And where does that come from? It comes from the ego mind. Pursuing, having, and wanting. What's the difference through the heart mind? Heart mind is that you already know that whatever it is, you have it. All you got to do is materialize it. That's it. You already know you have it. There's not really a hunt involved because you already know you have it. All of us have it. It's just the majority of us do not know that we have it. Or do we believe we have it? We don't believe we have it. But that's the way it was designed. That's the way it was set up. Everything comes to us. Sure, there's things that will come by and you act upon them. Or you don't act upon them, they keep going by. But it's not about going out there and digging holes and looking for gold. It's about realizing that you are all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. You are the God force. You can manifest anything in this very now moment. What usually happens is that we get caught up in the ego mind and it pulls us away. And we go into yesterday and tomorrow. And we form expectations and attachments to whatever it is that we want. And when we do that, we negate it. See, we do all this. It's not, we do it all. And none of us are exempt from it. And we create it. We put that, and then it just doesn't go the way we want it to go. And then we get frustrated, irritated, disappointed. And then we try to will it, which is another no. That makes things even worse. Within each and every one of us is deep, profound peace. It's never been outside of us, never will be. So what is the conflict of this civilization? What is the conflict? Conflict is with ourselves. Hence, we create things from that conflict. We manifest things. And we create a lot of things. We manifest a lot of things. We're unaware that we're doing that. And so we kind of will point our finger to something outside of ourselves that's doing this. A lot of people will say, what did I do to deserve this? You didn't do anything. You manifested it. And then sit down and say, which I've had happen where I've talked to people and say, you didn't do anything, you manifested it. And then they get irritated about that. Why would I manifest something like this? Nobody in their right mind would manifest something like this. Well, you did. And embrace it. And make sure you know exactly what it wants. And once you determine that, it's gone. See? You hear a lot of people talk about being centered, right? All centered means is being in peace with oneself. And the storm that's raging around you has nothing to do with you. Nothing. And what motivates us to step into that storm? Ego mind. Plus, we've got the childlike curiosity. So we're curious. What's out there? What is that? What is that all about? And then we'll jump into it and go, holy moly, I got to get out of here. And the funny part about it is, it's all an illusion. We create and then we experience. That's what we do. We experience love. We experience hate. We experience disappointment. We experience happiness. We experience joy. We can go on and on and on. And how do you experience things? Well, if you're a master creator, you create them. You focus your energy through the body, through the mind, and you manifest things. Your energy, right? Your attention draws the energy that creates the experience. And we're doing it 24/7. We never stop. We don't take a break from it. Right? It's like in these meditations, you're in the now, you're focused only on moment to moment. That's where we should all be. Moment to moment, the now. Because it's all we have, it's all we will ever have. And it keeps us from wandering off into the future and the past. And I'm not saying that we don't visit the past or wonder about the future. But we don't live there. Many of us will live there. We either live in the future or the past or in between. which means a little future, a little past. But we ignore the now. We ignore the moment because we're so busy being busy. So we ignore it. Do we do it on purpose? No, don't do it on purpose. What's the most comfortable thing that we all know? It's what we have set up for ourselves, kind of like a process that we're used to. Eventually we settle in to our little cocoons. And we do certain things, and we operate certain ways, and we view things certain ways, and that's about it. We don't go out of that. It's very uncomfortable for us to step out of it. In other words, to do things out of context, things that you would not normally do in the course of your day. It's one thing to suggest it. Another thing is to want to do that. Believe you me, it makes a huge difference. Huge. But most of us are what? Well, we're nestled in. We're nestled in. And we don't care to step outside of that. This is why our attention span on this planet is so short. We get bored real easy. Why is that? Well, because we're in this vortex of constantly creating, manifesting, all the time. And that's a really high velocity, high activity. And this is why a lot of us won't focus on the now. Because we have convinced ourselves that we're too busy being busy. Don't have time for that. I don't have time to meditate. I've done it a few times. It really doesn't do much for me, so I don't do it. Because we're too busy being busy. It's not a priority. Each of us have our own priorities. We set them that way. Is everybody's priority the same? No. There's a lot of diversity there. Someone might say, you know, their priority is to meditate. Their priority is to go within and to do whatever they can to stay within, to focus on the God that they are, that they're pure consciousness within a material, physical, organic body. They use that body to manifest what they want and to enjoy their life while in material, physical. I mean, it's absolutely divine perfection at its best. Everything is. The way it's designed, the way it's structured. And we're all participating in it, with it. There isn't, when you look at all of the processes that have taken place, right? For all of us, at different times in our lives, you sit back and you're amazed that you have experienced all that. Most of us don't sit and think about that. But it's a good thing to just kind of sit and be still and just review it and go, wow, it's amazing what I've experienced so far in this life. And then you move into deep gratitude, see how deeply grateful you are to be alive. It's easy for us to slip into that pothole filled with cement that hasn't set up yet. You step in it and you try to pull up, and the pressure and everything, it's harder heck to get your foot out of there. And as we go along and we begin to discover that a lot of the stuff that is in books and scripts and historic documents and drawings and, go on and on and on, was created by other people. Their perspective, their point of view, how they interpreted it. But see, what happens is that what we do is we take it verbatim and we take it as it's real. And the majority of it is illusion. But we carry it with us because we believe that it is real. And how flexible and resilient we are is absolutely off the charts. We don't give ourselves enough acknowledgement because we're too busy being busy. Everything that we immerse ourselves in is an illusion. It isn't real. Never has been. And when you begin to comprehend that this is what we do, this is what we gods do, this is what we do. We inhabit physical material bodies to experience emotion, excitement, all kinds of things. And then as we go along, we use the body and we focus our energy, our energetic frequencies, to manifest things that we desire or want. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? But to be in the dark and to not know who and what you are is no way to be in life. Really, it is no way to be in life. And this is why most of us will. You find the center of the cyclone of life and you'll discover deep, profound peace. And you realize that all of that out there, it really doesn't have anything to do with you. You choose, because remember, all of us are creators, so we're all doing our bit of creating things here and there that we're all immersed in, pretty much. Yeah, there's variables here and there, but the generic is that we're immersed in it. We're creating and we're manifesting on a continual basis. Now, when you look at a group of trees and you're going, so did I create those trees? Yes. It goes way beyond our superficial understanding or comprehension. This is how the trees come out of the soil. It's all a process. And why create the trees? Well, there's a lot of reasons you create the trees. You ever have these conversations with yourself? You might be blown away in a good way. Well, the reason we create the trees is because there's a lot of things that trees will do is create oxygen for us, right? We give them carbon dioxide, they give us oxygen. You really don't realize how much we are connected right with this planet and everything on it and in it, above it and below it. You'd be blown away to know how connected we truly are. When you see an entire forest burning out of control, it affects you, right? It does. I don't care how macho you think you are, it affects you. You see all those trees burning, all that smoke. It isn't pleasant, let's put it that way. When you see animals being slaughtered, it affects you. Now, you don't need to see it to have it truly affect you. You feel it on this planet. You feel the pain and suffering. You feel it. You also feel the happiness and the joy. We feel these things. When it's like when conflicts happen. I don't care for the word war. Conflicts, right? So we have conflicts, and most of us don't know why we have conflicts. We just do, right? And then the conflict ends, and we clean up the mess most of the time. And we're creators, not destroyers. That's why it affects us so much. You create something of beauty and splendor, and you look at it and go, that's the God that I am, because I'm the one that created it. You know? And many of us do that every day. You can imagine yourself sitting, right, comfortable bench, and you're looking at stuff. You begin to create. You're looking at this and that. You say, you know, right now it'd be really nice if there was a little body of water there and some ducks, a little bit more trees. And you visualize that. You picture that. How nice would that be? How peaceful. You know, no banging and noise and any kind of, it's just total quiet. And you have started in motion the manifesting process of that body of water being created and that exact scene for you to experience. And when you come across it, you don't correlate it. You just go, you know something, not too long ago, I was visualizing and looking at a scene I would like to be a part of. And here I am, and here's the scene that while ago I wanted that to manifest. You see how it works? Now, we haven't gotten to the point where, in some cases, we do it instantaneously, but they're very small, subtle things. But we can really, truly manifest anything we choose. And instantaneous manifestation is a part of our natural state of being. And see, through heart-mindedness, we'll never, ever take it for granted at all. Every single moment in these bodies is absolute perfection. Every moment. It does not matter. Even in the tumultuous times where we're pulling our hair out and screaming, it's divine perfection. It's what you needed at that time. And so you can see when we focus collectively, as the gods that we are in these bodies on this planet, we create magnificent things. We also create horrible things. And when we get into balance, because we're not in balance yet, when we get into balance, we'll view it from heart-mindedness, and we'll know exactly what to bring in for us to experience. See, it isn't about the bombs, the weapons, the rockets, the tariffs, all of this stuff. It isn't about that. It's about you discovering who and what you are. That's the distraction. That's the distraction. Because we have the power within all of us to create any type of life we choose. Really, truly. It's a no-brainer. And we do that through heart-mindedness in meditation. In true meditation. That's why these meditations that we've been doing for the last several years are very simple. They're not, constrictive or confusing. And we just step into them. There's only a few things we do, and we're now in peace and silence, and we're with the God that we are. We are not here to fight our lives. We are here to enjoy our lives by how we create them. And every one of us create our lives. We are the kingdom of God is within each and every one of us. Heaven is who we are, the gods that we are. And we walk this earth as the heaven in these bodies. The heaven is nowhere else but within. And one might say, what about the hell? The hell is what we create for ourselves. You see how it's been done? You begin to pick it up. You begin to sort it out. And it's been all about us gods believing that we're separate from each other. And that's how you fool the gods. I'll join you in meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. And an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still, relaxed into your body, focused on your breath, rising and falling. The igniting of passion within you is how your soul shows you the path to follow. You will be astonished at the beauty and ease of your existence when you allow passion to be your guide. Let your passion fire, burn brightly. Take this with you for the rest of the day into the evening and night, the following morning. We'll return here tonight, Friday, May 16, 2025, after 9:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our reverse aging health call and all the rest. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest, and purest of the purest, eternal gratitude at all times. No matter what's going on within you or outside of you. Open your heart and allow the magic to flow in.